Evening, it's Sian and Brighton Noon. We are husband and wife, but we're also mental health practitioners. So we run mental health services in the Sea Haven area. I run the Youth Ferry. I specialise working with children and teenagers who are struggling with anxiety, self-confidence, anger issues, resilience, those sorts of things.
And I run Hypnotherapy Changeworks. I work with adults who are suffering from stress conditions and anxiety and help them to live a calmer and happier life.
I think some of us need a bit of that right now, don't we?
Yeah, there's enough to be stressed about.
Yeah, so we're doing these lovely relaxation wind downs for the community. I'm doing Bedtime Bliss, a lovely relaxing wind down for kids. They can listen to it to fall asleep to at night, or they can listen during the day if they just want some chill out time. And I'll leave them on my Facebook page for you to play back, and I'll do a new one each Monday. Well, it's not Monday today. You're probably thinking, but it's Tuesday. So yesterday, those of you that were waiting would have seen me put up a post that my little girl was really struggling yesterday. She needed her mummy. She was having a really tough time, and I had to make a decision. What's more important right now, mummy hat or work hat? So
Daddy Cuddles just wasn't cutting it, to be honest.
No daddy cuddles. Nothing. It had to be mummy cuddles. So I had to make that decision to do that. And it's a bit like what we've got to do at the moment anyway, isn't it? We had a situation a couple of days ago where we were trying to do the homeschooling, and Rupert, he's really conscientious normally, isn't he? He loves school. He's like a little sponge. He loves to learn, and he just wasn't feeling it. And he was trying to do his maths, even though it was his favourite subject. Kind of head was on the desk, and you just know, don't you, as a parent, you just know, even though you don't quite get it right sometimes or necessarily know what the solution is, but you just know, I'm kind of flogging a dead horse here. This is not working. So you said, didn't you? You were like, come on, let's just go for a walk down the beach.
Yeah, just get out, run around. I played monsters with them. Came back dripping with sweat, but it was worth it.
And that had to be Daddy. So
Yes.
Mummy has to do cuddles, Daddy has to do monsters, which is quite nice for me.
Sushi, doesn't it?
Yeah, I get to sit there with a cup of tea. But what was really interesting is by making that decision, so not holding ourselves to, well, we said we were going to do maths today, we were going to have to get this done. We just went, let's go and take a break. Had a 45-minute, 1 hour walk and run around, and then I said to Rupert on the way back, I said, look, do you think we could finish off that maths? And he just went, yeah, sure, mummy. So in that situation, that worked really nicely, and I think that's what we need to do at the moment, isn't it? We need to just break up that time. We need to recognise my kid's struggling right now. What can I do to help? And sometimes just let go of those expectations that we put on ourselves. I must get this done. Their work must be perfect. We have to do it this way. But actually, that's not what they need sometimes in those moments. And we don't always get it right, do we? But
I know, I was going to say, sometimes it feels like it's easier said than done. But I just find that doing the best that we can is enough, isn't it?
Yeah, unless I've asked you to vacuum, in which case I was thinking about it. It doesn't really cut the mustard. I'm only joking.
Just being flexible, Sian. Just being flexible.
So let's get ready for Bedtime Bliss then. A lovely relaxing wind down. So make sure that your kids are somewhere safe. They can fall asleep to this, or if they're snuggling up on a sofa, beanbag, just make sure that they're safe. If they do feel nice and relaxed, you don't want them kind of hurting themselves or maybe falling off. So just get yourselves nice and comfortable. I'm going to say au revoir to Brian. You'll be back
Friday, 7:30, lockdown wind down. Join me on my Facebook page, Hypnotherapy Changeworks, for that.
Fab. So, shall we dim the lights, start the music, and you can just begin to settle down, get yourself nice and comfortable, make any adjustments, and begin by taking in a nice deep breath for me, in through your nose, out through your mouth. And just continue practicing that nice, slow, deep breathing for me. Nice, deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth, noticing which feels warmer, the in-breath or the out-breath. And you can just begin to settle down now, nice and relaxed, and let go. I'd like you to think about the top of your head. Many people don't realise that tension and tightness often starts in those little muscles right at the top of your head. So I want you to think about those little muscles and allow them to let go and relax. now, thinking about those muscles in your face, your forehead, your eyes, your eyelids. Just allow your eyelids to start to feel nice and heavy, nice and lazy, and allow them to close. Your cheeks, your mouth, your jaw muscles, relaxing those too. It's a lovely feeling when you just let your face completely relax, because you can actually feel the skin settling and smoothing out. And it might mean that your mouth opens slightly, but whatever's best for you, just let it happen. Unclenching your teeth and relaxing your tongue, because the more you physically relax, the more your mind can feel calm, quiet, completely at ease. Thinking about your neck now and your shoulder muscles. And into the tops of your arms, just letting any tightness completely drain away as you think on down through your elbows, into your forearms, down through your wrists and into your hands. Even your fingers, loosening and relaxing perfectly at ease. And now think about your breathing again for me, noticing that you're breathing even more steadily, even more slowly. As you relax more and more, you can just let any tension in your chest simply drain away as you think on down to your stomach and the muscles either side of your spine. Thinking on down through your legs, into your ankles, your feet, your toes, just loosening and relaxing perfectly at ease. Just allowing all those areas to relax and let go. Feeling calm, relaxed, completely at ease. And now you're so beautifully relaxed. Nobody wanting anything, nobody expecting anything, and absolutely nothing whatsoever for you to do, except relax. And as you rest here, enjoying these moments for yourself, just allow your mind to drift and daydream, and I'd like you to imagine something for me. Imagine that you're standing at the top of 10 steps that overlook the most beautiful garden you could ever imagine. Just take a moment now to make that garden completely vivid and clear in your mind. Perhaps it's somewhere you've been before, or somewhere you've seen in a film or on TV, or maybe it's somewhere completely new. A beautiful garden you're creating all for yourself right now. And you can feel the sun on your head and shoulders. It's not too hot, just perfectly comfortable. There's a gentle breeze playing against your skin. You know, as you make your way down those stairs, you'll find yourself relaxing more and more with each step, taking you closer to that wonderful garden where no one ever goes but you, where you feel so safe, calm, relaxed, completely at ease. And all you need to do is make your way down those stairs. So taking that first step now from 10, just relaxing and letting go as you move on down to 9 and 8, perfectly at ease as you continue down to 7 and 6. You notice a picture on the wall beside you, a picture that inspires you as you watch it forming, filling you with such a sense of calmness, absolute calmness that just flows through you and around you. And you continue down to 5, you're halfway down those steps now. curious as to what you'll find as you continue down from 4 to 3, almost as if you're walking on a cushion of air, not quite touching the steps anymore, just floating on down. From 2 to 1, and you can relax your shoulders, every muscle, perfectly at ease. And now you take that final step into this wonderful garden. You can feel the softness of the newly cut grass beneath your feet, the scent of masses upon masses of brightly coloured flowers, and there's a gentle sound of birds singing, echoing faintly in the stillness of the air. It's almost a magical place, stretching into the distance as far as the eye can see in every direction. You notice beautiful shrubs and flowers, tall, elegant trees, and a beautiful, ornamental fountain which seems to feed into a gently trickling stream. And this fascinates you, and you wander over to the edge of the stream and gently lower yourself down onto the soft grassy bank, and you just sit for a while gazing into the cool, clear water, listening to the faint sound of the fountain splashing into the pool that feeds this gentle stream. After a little while, you lay back on the grass and look up into the clearest of blue skies. And as you relax more and more, your eyes begin to close and you just drift off into a deep, relaxing sleep. And as you sleep, you have a dream. You dream that your whole body is becoming lighter and lighter and lighter, so light that you feel you must surely begin to float on air at any moment. And then you feel yourself just floating and drifting, supported by the softest and calmest of warm breezes. And you can sometimes see, just through your closed eyelids, flashes of colours, and you realise that you're floating in a sea of colour, a warm sea of colour that relaxes and comforts you as you drift. You're aware of misty reds and oranges, soft yellow tones, gentle greens and blues that somehow seem like clouds, and the deepest of softest indigos and violets that you could ever have imagined. And it begins to dawn on you that you're floating in a rainbow, a magical rainbow. And because in this rainbow time and space does not exist in the same way that we usually know it, you might have floated here for just a moment, or for 100 years. Or perhaps just the blinking of an eye. You might have floated forwards in time, or back in time, and it gradually begins to seem to you that you might even be able to float here for just as long as you wish, with this wonderful, calming, relaxing feeling, just floating and drifting through this magical sea of gentle flowing colours. And as you relax and reflect on these thoughts, you notice yourself beginning to float gently back downwards, lower and lower, softly sinking down through your beautiful rainbow, becoming even more relaxed, until eventually you realise that you've stopped floating downwards and you find yourself on the shore of a beautiful lake, a large beautiful lake surrounded by rolling hills. There are trees and flowers and shrubs and grasses growing at the water's edge. Everything is covered in a beautiful golden light. and you decide to wander over to the edge of this lake. You sit yourself down and notice how the sun is shining so brightly on the water, making it such a sparkly blue. And as you rest here, really enjoying these moments all for yourself, I'd like to tell you a story. This story happens a long, long time ago in a land far away, where a mother would walk from her house to the stream to collect water each day. She had 2 large pots, each hanging on the ends of a pole which she carried across her neck. One of the pots had a crack in it, whilst the other pot was perfect and always delivered a full portion of water. At the end of the long walk from the stream to the house, the cracked pot arrived only half full. For many years this went on daily, with the mother bringing home only 1.5 pots of water. Of course, the perfect pot was proud of its accomplishments, but the poor cracked pot was ashamed and embarrassed of its own imperfection, and it felt very sad that it could only do half of what it had been made to do. After many years of feeling like a failure, it spoke to the mother by the stream. "I am ashamed of myself," it said, "because this crack in my side causes water to leak out all the way back to your house." The kindly mother smiled. "Did you notice that there are flowers on your side of the path, but not on the other pot's side? That is because I have always known about your flaw. So I planted flower seeds on your side of the path, and every day, whilst we walk back, you water them. For many years I have been able to view, enjoy and pick these beautiful flowers to decorate my table. Without you being just the way you are, there would be no beautiful flowers to grace my house. Thank you for being just the way you are." And so, if you're in bed, you can continue to rest now and just allow your mind to fall into a lovely, deep, refreshing sleep. If you're not in bed though, perhaps you're listening just before bedtime or listening during the day, you can just take a nice deep breath for me now. And when you're ready, open your eyes, feeling calm, safe, relaxed, completely happy.